Ginger. That's what you need. A mouthful of the good stuff and you'll see the back of any seasickness.
Thank you for your support, John. Don't suppose you actually brought any ginger?
No, I don't get seasick.
Terrific.
Don't worry, Sherry. We've almost arrived at Cordona. I can see land through the porthole.
So much for docking by tea time. The captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
That's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Ah, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together. Hey, Sherry, come on, catch up.
Yes, yes.
Welcome to the game. I actually forgot that I'm getting a 500 coin bonus for pre-ordering this game, even though I'm playing this like 3 years later. Welcome to my new Let's Play for Sherlock Holmes The Awakened. This is Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Why did I say The Awakened? My new Let's Play for Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. Before we get going, I want to take a peek in here. I was gonna say, it felt like there was an FPS limit on, but there's not, so whatever. Let's go on and take a look around and interact by pressing A.
Sherlock, don't get lost in this huge garden. Follow the sound of my voice.
What if I don't want to follow the sound of your voice? Alright, let's not waste...
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir. If you need something, sir, please inquire at reception.
Thank you.
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir. We just need your signature. Would you kindly sign these papers, sir?
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very good. Rooms are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cordona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view.
Well, let's go up to room 221 and see what our view is. That's 25. 20, what? 28. Those numbers are going up or down. Oh, that's 29. Oh, then we want to go this way. That's 26. And of course I'm on the wrong side, so 225. The real 225. Of course I picked the wrong stairs. 223. 224. There it is, 221.
I apologize, sir, but your room is not yet ready. Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary marlin ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer.
What's a marlin that something or other? I don't even know what he said anymore. Fine, to the foyer we go. It can't be the foyer. Oh, can I just order a drink? No?
Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict's batch. Our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
I'd love it, but we're not going to order it. We're going to look at what you want to talk about.
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galich is conducting a séance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me?
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art as the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Come now, Sherry, what did he do to deserve that? The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
Now we can get ceviche.
Okay, time to check if John found us a nice table for the evening.
A table for the evening. He's on this side. Of course, he's not anymore. There's the table. That's
Sherry,
a
I'm
nice
over
one,
here
actually.
with my new Ursine companion. What are you waiting for? Put the dish down so we can tuck in.
Tuck in the what?
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
What do you have in mind?
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
Deliver it to him? Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look.
First, we gotta take a look at the cane. And see what it has to say.
The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon.
Noted.
A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place.
And one more thing.
The cane is made of ebony, it's worn uncared for, and bears the scars of numerous hits. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right, I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
You can ask bystanders by pinning evidence. So you open your casebook, you select the evidence you want. You press X for me to pin it. Might be a different key for you. And then you can look around. Alternatively, you can just use the D-pad on your controller to cycle through the evidence. Press up to make it go away or appear. And now, we just have to see if we can find someone who may have, seen who it belongs to. Let's try this man. That's not the right button.
May I ask you something?
I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
Very well. Let's see if we can find someone who might be more nobler, like this man.
Could you help me?
That's a question I can answer.
There are 3 people at the table, a couple and a retired Navy officer. They weren't trapped in the couple, but the Navy went out to the front garden for some air.
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are.
Yay for betting! So, yep, the game is just nagging us that you can concentrate to see details about people. Find the cane's owner, you must locate the Navy officer who went to the front garden, so we gotta go to the front garden. and see if there is someone here. Are you a Navy man? Nope. You're a physician. German tourist. You are a Greek singer. And you are a German secretary, but you're also a retired military officer. Ho, ho, ho. I should check everyone before I make my guess. Yeah, no, it's not you. Why can't I look at who you are? Thank you. English tourist hides a knife. Alright, well, I have enough to make a guess. And as part of John's bet, which is gonna be in here. You bet you cannot find on the first try, we should prove him wrong. And in case I don't prove him wrong, we'll go ahead and create a manual save. Very good, very good. And see if that's right or wrong. We double check this is the right man. German secretary, yep, retired military officer.
Do you know anything about this?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
Navy officer sitting at a table with a normal couple of men talking about yachting, and the lady sitting put aside and herself before I gotta take with him. Now for an excuse to enter the seance room.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show.
Heh, we shall see about that. To the seance room. Thanks for reading us here, John.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made...
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
By observing. Let's see here. First we observe this, a swollen reddish skin. Next we observe the tie. A rich and fashionable tie. Now we observe your hands. He doesn't wear a wedding ring, and the other part of the hands is that he recently hit someone with force. I think we partially witnessed this. So, this is the part where I realize, once again, I don't have my notes ready. So I can't confirm or deny the answer, but the game will let you deduce incorrectly. So if you do it wrong, you know, well, actually multiple things will happen. One, the game will move on and nothing weird will come of that. And then, what's the other thing? Oh yeah, John will be all like, you absolute fool. Okay. The answer to this first deduction is bored British nobleman.
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this.
What happened at the seance?
You insist the medium robbed you during the seance. But what occurred exactly?
Ah! It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
Tell me about the diamond.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a seance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
Well, let's look around.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
All right. So, oh yeah, this is teaching you that they introduced the Carol Reed mechanic into this game, where you can hit not that button, this button, to identify all the things you can examine.
Pale skin, quickened pulse, unsteady breathing. She's barely conscious. The feebleness of women.
Really, Sherry? Poor thing.
You can also look here.
Quite a display for the tremulous visitor.
How can you not love this stuff, Sherry? It adds so much atmosphere to the room.
Was this covered on purpose?
Of course. It is very dangerous to leave a mirror exposed during a seance. The spirits may become enraged.
Or someone may notice the trick they should not see.
Yep, that one's the more likely of the two options. The game's gonna want you that you can look at this more in detail. Or not. I don't know why I was thinking about that. Ah, because I hadn't turned the right direction.
The diamond was placed on the table so that all participants could reach it.
Convenient.
There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass.
Alright, and then there is this over here.
Half a glass of Balblair scotch and the remains of a Paul Aranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need?
Yeah. Heck if I know.
This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm? The ghost was here, Sherry.
Duh. You're gonna just immediately believe that. Well, leave him to his fantasies. There should be one more thing, and I betcha it's hard to select item. That's gonna be a theme in this game. There are a lot of areas where it's hard to select something, and that's a bit of a gripe I have with the game.
This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms.
Alrighty. You may notice that the game has been nagging us about getting Mind Palace clues. We'll deal with that in a little bit, and I will also eventually share my gripes about... What is it? Alan Wake 2 stealing this mechanic? No music!
What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Well, we'll find out who did it.
I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But the stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
Yep. Now here's another mechanic that I'm going to introduce to you. The game's not going to teach us about it yet, but you may notice that it said you found all key evidence. That doesn't mean the investigation scene is complete, and in fact, if you look at your map, the icon will be highlighted in yellow. However, if you find all the evidence, you'll get acknowledgement that you found everything. At that point, the icon will turn green.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
So I'm gonna see if I can find what key...
Ooh, I love the ambiance. Nice and creepy.
I'm gonna see if I can find what I may have
Find
missed.
the stone, Mr. Holmes, and quickly.
No! Whoops, wrong button. What I want to do is see what may have been missed. Oh, it's this thing in the corner.
This hefty chair has nearly broken after hitting the wall. Could one man even lift it?
At Cambridge, I was captain of the rugby team. It was no place for weaklings.
Now that all evidence has been collected, the map turns green. And now John's gonna say it's time to go into your mind palace, select the ghost of the past case, and begin to do some matching deductions. This works the same way it does in Crimes and Punishments and The Devil's Daughter. You have to select two things and see if they match. And then... oh, that one doesn't work. Let me see, I'm trying to get to this. Why deductions? That's all we can do so far. Looking in here, someone in the courtyard. Lady Craven has seen someone outside. She was pointing at the window. I'm certain that someone's in the courtyard during the seance. And then we have Lord Craven's testimony.
It seems there may have been an unexpected visitor outside the window.
Ah, I hope it was the ghost of the Raja.
We step out here. We can see if we can find some evidence linking to what or who may have been outside. What is this?
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
You can do this by going ahead and pinning the broken heel to your screen, activating vision, and seeing if you can follow the trail. Fun little those look like petals or something. Trying to see if I can find the tracks. You count as tracks? Weird path it is. If I had to guess, it would be... the game may sound like I almost seen something. Ah! It's trying to activate the following animation. It says he went this way. This is the equivalent of the Toby sections from the other older games. And unfortunately, you can't run during them. So you have to trace him slowly. And find the shoe!
Rose Moore. All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe.
And look at this!
Size 4 with a broken heel.
So, definitely not the ghost of a Raja. Unless... no, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid. Searching the entire hotel could be difficult. Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
Let's see if we can find another maid. You may or may not be useful. You're not even gonna let me talk to you. Let's try this maid.
Help me, please.
You look like an honorable man. I have some information for you.
Lucia! We're cleaning the pictures upstairs now. And John's gonna give us kudos for doing correct deductions. Let's see where she is. You're dusting. You are not maids. You are a terrible little ugly man. I can't go that way, sad. You're sweeping. I don't see anyone up here who looks like they could be cleaning a picture. Unless...
with skills like that, this biblical lady could get a job in Scotland Yard.
okay. Let's see. You are near pictures. Just take a peek down this way, make sure I'm looking at the right person. Is our room ready now? Awesome, we can go inside. No? Ah, disappointment is a large. Well, let's try you.
Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
I am solving a crime.
A precious diamond was stolen during the seance. Lord Craven entrusted me with its recovery.
I'm sorry, sir, but we are forbidden to discuss the private matters of our guests.
Are you also forbidden from peeking into private rooms, Miss...
Saletta. Lucia Saletta, sir.
Tell me, Miss Saletta, what would your manager say if he knew you were spying on guests?
Oh, please, sir, don't tell him. I have a family. I need this work.
I won't, but only if you answer my questions truthfully. And don't play coy. I can tell.
Yep, we're good at that.
Describe what happened during the séance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes! She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.
Did you see anything else?
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
You scared the poor girl, Sherry. Did she really deserve that?
We all got what we wanted. She talked. I stay silent.
Oh, let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
Way to stroke our ego. Seance room is now a new investigation scene. More importantly, it is time to assemble.
Lady Craven
What
retired
happened?
to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff reported that the medium was locked in his room.
Good to know. But first, we have to... Where is the... There it is. We have to enter reconstruction mode, which means Sherlock's gonna lie down on the ground. And John gets to walk around, snapping his fingers and activating the scene. As soon as it'll let me. Thank you. Chair! I actually need to see what the answers even are supposed to be. Do this. We have several options. I'm gonna go with this one. And hopefully do this right on the first try, because yeah. That's the ghost. It's fun to see the chair like that. But I do believe the medium with the ghost was here. And then Lord Craven could have possibly been here doing the chair thing. No, that's not the ghost thing. And then this would have been the lady. It makes sense because she was the closest over here to, you know, be scared by this. And when you think you have it right, you can hold the right button to validate it. Hopefully, this be correct.
It all began when the lady screamed and pointed at the window. Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here. I guess I should discuss all of this with Lady Craven.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
If the lady was touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish?
You're weird sometimes, John. Oh, actually, we're out of time. So next time on Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1, we will head to room 226 and talk to the lady. See you guys then.